Major League Baseball is stepping up to the plate, you might say now, and changing the history books. Starting today, official records will include all players in the Negro Leagues. That means Hall of Famer Josh Gibson is now the new all-time leader in career batting average and career slugging percentage, taking those records away from Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth. Historians spent 3 years pouring through the statistics for around 3,400 players who played in the Negro League from 1920 to 1948 to reach these updated standings.
To understand the Negro Leagues is, number one, to understand that just mere statistics will never kind of help you truly grasp what the Negro Leagues represented. Again, particularly as we talk about it off the field, they really helped promote our game into parts of the country who otherwise would have never seen professional baseball.
Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred says the accomplishments on the field will be a gateway to broader learning about this triumph in American history and the path that led to Jackie Robinson's 1947 Dodger debut. So far, historians have examined about 75% of the Negro League statistics. Fans can view the updated stats and records at MLB.com.